Hey guys, welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be looking at this soldering iron slash multimeter hybrid. It's the Zoyi ZT N2, and it's been a long overdue upgrade for me because I've been using the same soldering iron for maybe 20 or so years. I did have a butane powered one, but that one also broke a few years back, just a cheapie that I got online. So I've been using the old one, but this one's really cool because it runs off a battery. Plus, if you don't want it to run off the battery, you can just connect it straight into a power bank to your computer and draw straight from the main power supply rather than going through the battery. So you can actually bypass the battery. I think the battery function is more for emergencies. As you can see here, there's a little display that allows you to select the different options here. There's a little sheath on top that you just twist and remove, made of aluminium, and that is the soldering tip there. And there are a couple of tips. This one only comes with one tip, but there is a second model that comes with two different tips, and it's quite easy to remove. You can just pull it out like that. And there is also a second multimeter probe here that you can just attach very easily, seamlessly. No issues at all, really. And you get a few other little accessories. So this is like a little stand. There's a sponge here. So you can just sort of stand the soldering iron up like that. And this is the box that you get. It's pretty unassuming. It doesn't have almost anything on there. And yeah, that's the version I have. Like I was mentioning before, single soldering iron tip with multimeter. And you also get a very simple instruction manual. Okay, but yeah, I figured out how to use this thing without the instruction manual. It's pretty easy. So this is a little close-up of the ZT N2, and you can see there you've got that display on the side, a couple of buttons to select through the UI, kind of OK button. It's made of anodized aluminium. Feels pretty tough. You can see the USB-C jack / port down at the base. And if you want to go activate the soldering iron function, you just put it onto the soldering iron function and press that button. Now it's going to prompt you to connect it to your computer, but what you can do to access the battery power is just go into the settings and go to this bit here, Sol set, turn that on. Okay, there's of course a few other features as well here. You can set the temperature, so I've got it in degrees Celsius, but you can set it to Fahrenheit as well. USB voltage, so it's kind of better, I think, to set it higher so that it warms up faster. And that's the auto power off feature, which turns off automatically after 10 minutes. And yeah, this is the calibration feature, which you don't need to use if you've got the original tips. They've already been calibrated. Okay, but that's basically it. So let's go back to the soldering iron function, hit OK, and here you can see it is warming up 18 degrees Celsius, and this is just on the battery power. It's a bit faster with the actual USB jack connected, but I mean, I think this is still really impressive that you're able to get this thing up until let's have a look. I'll show you also this other feature. You can go here and change the temperature, so I can change that up to like 250 degrees Celsius or whatever. What's the maximum? 350 degrees. Okay, so it's almost warmed up to 350 degrees Celsius now. And I've got the little stand here as well, sort of lean it up on the stand. That's nice. And I've got some solder here. Let's just try to melt a bit of solder. Okay, yep, it's very easily well, it's working, that's for sure. Yeah, I haven't tinned the tip actually yet. Good, some flux on there. Now you guys are going to get to see my dodgy soldering skills now. All right, and there you go. That's my dodgy live attempt to solder. So, not too bad. It's stuck together at least. And let's see, how's the soldering iron going? It's 308. Yeah, 308, 306 degrees Celsius. So it seems that as the battery voltage is dropping, the temperature is dropping as well. Exactly how long this thing is going to last on battery power, I'm not sure, but you know, at the moment about half the battery is depleted. And so I've now plugged in the USB-C charging cable. And it says 3 watts, 5 volts here. And it's warming itself up to 220 degrees Celsius. For some reason, it is not going to the 350 degrees Celsius range that I had it on before. All right, so it's pretty easy to just detach the soldering iron tip there and swap on the red probe for the multimeter. Like that, it just slides straight into place. And you've got this USB-C port there on the back to attach the black probe. So let's go into the multimeter function, just that second icon, hit OK, just tells you to attach the lead. Now, basically on this auto feature, it will measure resistance and voltage, as well as function as a continuity indicator. So let's have a look. This should, there we go, beep when you connect the two probes. Say if you've got something that's conductive as well, at the back of this, you know, that's going to beep as well. It does take a little while for it to actually beep, but it works. And you can actually cycle through. So you've got like DC millivolts, AC volts, and then you've got your normal auto. It can also measure resistance if you pop it onto auto and then pop a resistor in there. You know, it's got a measurement there as well for that particular resistor. Okay, I've got an 18650 cell here, just got it set on auto mode. Let's measure the voltage. 4.1 volts. Yep. So yeah, I think overall this is a fantastic little tool. I mean, the fact that it's just so portable and that you can use it, you know, in an emergency on the battery power, or you can plug this into a power bank. You can even plug it into potentially your phone and just reverse charge it as well. You know, having something like this in emergency is pretty cool, because I've only had soldering irons that connect to AC power. So yeah, the fact that it's also got that multimeter feature in there is fantastic. It's a pretty simple multimeter, but you know, for someone who's a hobbyist, or even if you're a flashlight enthusiast as well. Again, I'm really not sure how long this thing's going to last on the internal battery if you're running the soldering iron off. I don't think it's going to be too long, just given the inefficiencies, and it's got a 800 milliamp hour battery in there as well. So yeah, it's only meant to be used for emergencies when you don't have a power bank, an additional power supply. But I think, you know, it's going to be pretty easy for you to get another sort of power bank, bring that along with you, or at least connect it on to your phone if you're using this out, you know, at home. Simple, just plug it into the computer. So yeah, overall, I'm really impressed with this thing. You're going to see how it goes in the long term, and definitely we'll be doing some mods with this soldering iron. So let me know what you guys think. So if you're interested in getting the Zoyi ZT N2, I've got a special discount link that you can find in the video description. If you have questions about this soldering iron, just let me know below in the comments and I'll get back to you. And if you found the video helpful, do me a big favor, click the like button, share it with a friend. It helps me to get the video out to more people. And if you want to see more reviews, make sure you subscribe.